Hey y'all, Super X here today, and today we're going to be talking about that bad boy right there. Not the niche. Everyone knows the niche kicks ass, so I don't need to go into any further detail on that. What I'm going to talk about is that Quick Mill Carola EVO. That Quick Mill Carola EVO replaced a Gauge Classic that I had since about 2015. It was an awesome machine. It was a step up from a semi-automatic machine that I had prior to that. So getting this thing in was a major difference. There's a lot of different features that it has. It is about triple the price. It winds up coming in at about $1,200 shipped here to the United States. It is made in Italy like the Gauge Classic, but I think it's going to be good. I'll probably give a lot of comparisons between it and the Gauge Classic just simply because that's a machine that I have a lot of experience with. So for starters, this thing is not, I think it's a little actually shorter than the Gauge Classic. Another key thing I need to tell you, this thing does not steam milk. It is just made for espresso. So if you're into steaming milk, look no further. You can just find another machine. Quick Mill makes some other ones. I would have no hesitation in recommending Quick Mill because it's served me really good since I've had it, and it feels very sturdy. It's about 32 pounds, by the way. So just getting in and out of the box, you'll feel a huge difference between it and your Gauge Classic. Go over a couple other things about it that separate it from that. I mean, it's pretty much different in every way. It's an E61 machine. It's a polished stainless, so anyone that has a Gauge Classic and thinks that maybe cleaning that little water tank, the front of it where you get a little coffee on, it can be a pain in the butt to clean. Polished stainless takes a little more, if you're concerned with how your gear looks and keeping it up, it takes a little more to keep it up. Not the end of the world. I just wipe mine down. It's very easy to do to keep up with it. Easy top fill on the water. I'll show you how that goes down. Again, I think the machine is about 13 3/4 inches to the top rail, so it fits really nice under my 18-inch cabinets. I can very easily pour my water into it. So we're going to look at it up close. One of the things this machine has is a tea-coated brass boiler, which tea is an alloy, which pretty much, when applied to something, it sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? You can research it online, but it kind of makes it a non-porous, almost a stainless steel look to it inside, so it makes it very resistant to leaching and any of that kind of stuff that brass is known for. So it's a proprietary process. Quick Mill is not the only one to do it. A lot of people do it, and a lot of it's NSF certified. This machine isn't NSF certified. It's a home espresso machine. But I have no problems with that. I had a Gauge Classic with a brass boiler, and I've only lost about half of my mind, so we're good. I still have a good little bit of my mind left to go. So I'm going to look a little closer at this, and the only way I can really do that is to hold the camera, so bear with me, okay? All right, let's go inside here and look what came with the machine. Aside from the machine itself, I got this from Chris Coffee. Excellent guys to deal with, very workable. I got it in about, I don't know, 4 days after I ordered it. It came packed extremely well. I bought it brand new. Came in a beautiful box, which let's put away somewhere. You want to always hold on to those in case you ever have to send your machine back for service, or if you sell it, which I just found out the hard way when I sold my Gauge Classic. Trying to find a box that fits it and packing it's always fun. Anyway, it comes with these two portafilters, which are very nice. You got a dual spouted, whatever you want to call it, double spouted. Came with this big basket. It looks like a triple. Might have came with a single too, don't know. I don't use it. And it came with this single spouted portafilter, which I put a blind basket in. The double is pretty cool. I don't use it, but you can see when you set it down, it sits sort of flat like that, but I don't use these. I run this. I got it from Chris Coffee. I use a bottomless portafilter for my own personal use. Okay, so I've had this on for a good 20-30 minutes now, on and off, actually a couple times here and there. This is the on and off switch. You got 3 positions. This number 2 position right here is on. I always leave it on because I control it with that through my phone, or wherever in the world I am, I can turn it on and off. This would be off. This would be if you're just trying to fill the boiler when it's brand new. That's how that's done with that little switch. It's the only time you'd ever need to do it is if it was brand new, right? So I keep my big shot glass up there. There's the cabinet space, the clearance. Like I said, this is about 13 inches from the ground to the top of this thing, 13 3/4 about to here. So you got plenty of room to fill it with water. I'll show you real quick how that goes down. Let me get my little glass out of the way here. Let me take the top off of this thing. I'm going to set the camera down momentarily. So while we're in here, some things to note. This is your OPV adjustment tool, or adjustment point right here. Just take a flat screwdriver in there and turn it clockwise to make higher pressure on the pump here, or lower pressure would be anti or counterclockwise. It's got a PET, I believe is what it's called, water reservoir. Holds a generous amount of water. filling it is a breeze. My water bottle fits right underneath my cabinets. I just filled it, so I'm just showing you how easy it is to fill it up. No issues, no clearance issues. You don't have to pull it out to do it. However, you could easily slide it out. There's plenty of room. And wash out that tank should you need to. Mine's only, what, June, what is that, 7 months old? Something like that. Okay, so what sets this apart for someone that's stepping up from something like a Gaggia Classic? That's basically the only thing I can compare it to, because that's really the only other espresso machine that I've had. For one, again, like I said earlier on, this thing does not steam milk. It is just for extracting espresso. It just specializes in just that. So you got your pressure gauge. You got your PID. And what your PID allows you to do is to adjust the temperature. Mine's set to Fahrenheit. It's very easy to switch between them. There's little tutorials on menus. I'm not going to get into too much of that, but you just push this button to lower it and push that button up to raise it. It's that simple. Now you've got your 3-position, basically your actuator here. Remember, this is an E61 group head. That's what this big thing is called. Pretty stable, pretty temperature stable. It's technology that's been around for a long time. Okay, they've incorporated it here on this machine. Small footprint, without compromising anything in the way of pulling shots. So the E61 gets very hot. It's been on for, like I said, on and off probably the last 30 minutes or so. It even tells you right here that it gets hot. So I'll just keep clear of that. If you have kids, it's probably something to keep in mind. If you have little kids, maybe it's not the best option for you, or just find somewhere where they can't get to it, or just teach them not to touch it. I bet they'll touch it once. So underneath here is your shower screen. Another key difference from the Gaggia is that shower screen and the fact that there's no screw. You just get like a spoon, get it up under the edge here, pop it down, easy to clean, no big deal. I've had mine off twice and it's been really clean. There's your exhaust that you might remember on your Gaggia Classic. It's like a little stick that comes in over here off the side into a hole into this tank, and well, that's what it is on a machine like this. Okay, so we'll show you how this little 3-position actuator works. I just put that cup there so I don't fill my water tank all the time. I'll do it before I make a shot to purge it. I'll do it like after each shot to purge it. So this little actuator works like this, right? It's off right now. Okay, so if I put it right about here before the pump kicks on, you'll notice it's in like a pre-infuse mode. If you wanted to pre-infuse, you're just getting just the pressure that's in the machine, no pump pressure. I don't use that. Where I'll go to is from off to full on. So that's pretty much it. You got a shot timer running right here. Big step up right there. So now you have the drip tray, which no rocket science to it. Beautiful stainless steel cover, again mirror polished stainless steel. It does have, in my opinion, a little thing. I wouldn't call it a design flaw, but it's something that just kind of irks me. That little lip back there. You'll see what I'm talking about. I wouldn't normally take this off with one hand, but that little lip right there and how it engages with the drip tray itself. So this drip tray slides out. Take it over your sink, empty it, do whatever you want. But these little corners right here, if you're not very careful putting it on your machine, ask me how I'd know, you can easily scratch it. Again, this is not a rocket scientist thing. It's very easy to get on. I'm doing it with one hand and the camera in the other. Anyway, there it is. But these corners, if you're not careful with that, you could scratch your machine pretty simply. So am I happy that I stepped up to this from my Gaggia Classic? You're damn right I am. So like I said, it's about 3 times, maybe a little bit more the cost, but it is about 3 times the machine. Can you pull some amazing shots on a Gaggia Classic? Check. Sure you can. Can people probably blow me away on a Gaggia Classic? Sure you can. I see people adding a lot of things like PIDs and pressure gauges and flow control, way beyond my scope and my abilities. So by the time you get into that range, you're getting close, pretty close to probably half the price of this machine once you start getting to that level. I think, in my personal opinion, if I can go over again and not have gotten the Gaggia Classic and just got that machine, that's what I would have done. But remember, X here has a wife. Wives don't understand why coffee machines cost like $1,200. And they don't get it when you tell them that this is like a low entry level freaking prosumer home machine. They don't get that part at all. So unless your wife happens to drink coffee, which mine doesn't mind what comes out of it. Trust me, she could just as happily drink instant, but I enjoy what comes out of it. That thing right there is just solid, and very happy I made the purchase.